morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm so excited. Today is nice and bright. Right, my name is Grace Manzi. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this princess dart top. I made this out of the basic bodice pattern which we made in my previous videos, and I'm going to take you step by step how you transform the basic bodice pattern front to a princess dart. Okay, and let's get sewing. So as you can see, I've traced and cut out the front part of the basic bodice pattern which we made together in the previous video. So what I'm going to do now is to make the princess dart from this front part of our bodice pattern. I've also added a dart here, and to make this dart, what you need to do is find the center of this line here. I normally just fold it back my tape measure, right? Fold back my tape measure and I get that line, that point, okay? So from that point I drew a line all the way to the bust span point, which is the nipple to nipple line, right? And then I move back 1 inch, okay, and put that dot that you can see there. And then my dart is 1 inch wide, okay? So I just marked this point and that point and joined the three to make this dart, okay? So now to make the princess dart, what you need to do is cut this dart out first, okay? I'm going to cut this dart out first, like that. Okay, right? And then I will just cut along here to the bust point. Right. Once that is done, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the midpoint of my shoulder line, which I've marked here with a red marker so that you can see it. And then after marking the midpoint of this line, the next thing I do is draw a line from that point to the bust point, okay? So let's draw a straight line from that point all the way to the bust point. Right, I have to cut all the way down. Okay, until I get very close to the edge. So after drawing the line, as you can see, I cut all the way down, almost to the bust point. Okay, right. So the next thing I'm going to do is to move the dart to the shoulder like that. Okay, and then I get my sellotape. Get the sellotape, right, and just tape here, okay, like that. Okay, right, once I've done that, to make the princess dart, I'm going to cut all the way to there, because I'm just going to need the top bit. But if you're going to make a top that's going to the hips, you cut all the way down here. So that's what I'm going to do. But when I make my top, I will just need the bustier up to the waistline. So I'll cut from here. I follow the dart line on the left side, okay, like that, okay, like that. Okay, and then I cut out the dart. Okay, so that's your princess dart done. Because I'm just going to be using the top part up to the waistline, I'm going to cut off the rest of the dart on the waistline. Okay, right, so there's your princess dart done, the front. So I'm going to use these two pieces to cut out my front, but for the back I'll just use the back bodice pattern and cut it off at the waistline and use it as it is. So that's my princess dart done. So this is the top front piece that I've cut using the pattern that I just made. Okay, right, that's the front. And then the back, I just used the back bodice pattern, okay, and cut it on the waistline. So you open the center part of your princess dart, okay. Once that open, you separate the two sides of the dart, okay, and then you bring it to the side like that, okay, and you pin. Right. So now when I've joined the two pieces, I'm going to sew along that line, okay. Okay, so I'm going to pin on the other side as well, okay, from there, from the top. Okay, so as you can see, I've pinned the side front onto the center front. I'm going to sew along that line. I'm going to transfer the darts as I did in the previous video and then join the two sides together. Now I've sewn the back darts as you can see, and I've joined the two back pieces up to here, okay, and I've left all that open because I'm going to put a zip all the way there. So the next thing I'm going to do is to join it with the front piece, okay. Bring my front piece and join the two together, right, on the side and at the shoulders. After that, I'm going to put the zip. Now all the seams are done, the front pieces are in place, the back pieces are also done, and the zip is in place. So at this point, you can either finish off the armholes using facing as well as the neck, and just hem your top here with a ½ inch hem, or the other option is you can put some sleeves on like I have done. So I have cut out some 3/4 sleeves, okay, which I'm going to attach to my top. And for a full tutorial of how to make the sleeve pattern, you have to check on my previous video when I did the cold shoulder dress with bell sleeves. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these 3/4 sleeves onto my top, and I'm going to finish the neckline with some facings, okay, and that's it. I'll show you when the top is done. Okay, there's my finished princess dart top. As you can see, the nice princess dart here at the front and the back, just as it is on the basic bodice pattern, okay, and the zip in place. Right, I've put these veins on the sides just up to the waistline, okay, so that I can fit in it when I'm wearing it. And I've put the 3/4 sleeves with a little flare at the bottom. You can use this top with anything you like, from jeans, contrasting skirts, pick a color, yellow skirt, pink skirt, black, brown skirt, whatever you want. But with this top you can wear a lot of things with it. So what I'm going to do next now, I'm going to try it on